Much to learn and so much to see. Everybody come along with me. Reading with Adam. Reading with Adam. Open up a book. Everybody loves reading with Adam. And we learn so much reading with Adam. Everyone has fun reading with Adam. Fun for everyone. Reading with Adam. Reading with Adam. Assalamu alaikum, Adam. How are you today?
Wa alaikum salam. I'm very good, thank you.
What are you doing exactly?
Well, I'm just helping myself to some delicious chips.
I think you're helping yourself to my delicious chips. I'm sitting right here reading this nice book. Don't you think you should ask me?
But we're friends, right? It's okay.
Yes, we're friends, but I mean, because we're friends, you should ask, right?
I don't know. I mean, we're close.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. If you had a big chocolate cake and you told all of your friends, come over and have some cake, and they came and they ate all the cake, but they just left one slice for you, and you said, oh, this cake would taste good with some milk. So you went to the kitchen to get yourself some milk, and then when you were away in the kitchen, I saw your piece of cake, and I ate it. How would that make you feel?
Well, of course I would like to eat the cake, but we are friends and it's nice to share.
Yeah, it's nice to share and everything. I mean, you're my friend, so I have to share with you. That's the way it should be. But also, we should have courtesy. And that means that if it's not yours, maybe you should ask the person, what if the person that you took something from, they really needed it a lot? You know, what if they really needed it so much and you took something that they needed so much, and then when they went to get it, they couldn't find it? How would that make you feel?
Well, of course I don't want to hurt anyone, but like I said before, I like to share and we're all friends, right?
Okay, put yourself in my shoes, you know? If you were reading a nice little book and then, you know, I came and was eating your chips without asking, is that okay?
Well, it's very hard for me to put on your shoes, you know, because they're much bigger than my feet. So.
Oh, very, very funny. Okay, I'll tell you what. Maybe you could come with me to the reading place and we'll talk about this topic just a little later. How about that? What do you think?
Okay.
Let's go. Everyone has fun reading with Adam. Fun for everyone. Reading with Adam. Reading with Adam. So I'm going to read a little story. And this is a beautiful story. I really like it. And then I'm going to ask you some questions about it, okay? Okay, so Farmer Hassan lived on a farm with his ducks. He had many ducks and they ate wheat and corn. One day, Farmer Hassan had to go on a trip to a far village. He left his ducks a lot of food for them to eat while he was gone. Farmer Hassan had a neighbor who had turkeys. He had many turkeys. They ate wheat and corn also. But the turkeys were very, very greedy. They saw the extra food that Farmer Hassan had left his ducks. They decided they wanted to eat some too. They snuck through the roof of the neighbor and headed toward the duck's pen. They wanted to scare the ducks. But how? One of them said, "Let's all spread our feathers. It will make us look bigger. We will scare the ducks." Gobble, gobble. The turkeys spread their feathers and walked into the ducks' pen. The ducks were afraid. They were very afraid of the turkeys, and they fled and ran away from the pen. The turkeys went and ate the ducks' food from the pen. The next day, the turkeys came back, and they kept coming back again and again and eating the ducks' food. The ducks were very angry and wanted the turkeys to stop eating their food. They wanted the turkeys to go back to their farm. The mother duck gathered the ducks all around her and said, "We will all stand together in front of the food and tell the turkeys to leave us alone." The ducks were happy with her idea. The next morning, when the turkeys came, they found the ducks standing all together. They stood in front of the food and they were not afraid at all. The turkeys walked to the ducks and with their wings spread, they said, "We want to eat your food." The ducks were not afraid. They weren't afraid at all. They said, "No, turkeys, this is our food. Farmer Hassan left it for us because he went on a long trip. You didn't ask us to eat our food, and you didn't even ask us to eat our food, and you can share with us." The turkeys saw the ducks. They saw them, and the turkeys became afraid. They let their feathers down, and the ducks saw their true size. The ducks did not try to scare the turkeys again. The turkeys all said to the ducks, "We are sorry." The turkeys went home to their farm. The ducks were very happy. They all ate their food and waited for Farmer Hassan to come back to the farm. Now, that's a nice story. Let me ask you, what would you do if someone just ate your food or maybe took your shoes or maybe took something that belonged to you and they didn't ask you?
I will be sad.
Yeah, it would make you sad, right? They should ask first. Well, what would you do if you had a big old pizza and then you went to the kitchen to get a plate to eat your pizza and you came back and your friends ate all the pizza and didn't even save you one piece? How would you feel?
Mad.
We feel mad, yeah? Yeah, it would make you angry if you didn't ask. Let me ask you, Adam, how would you feel?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, maybe I'll sing a little song for you and perhaps you'll get a little idea after that, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so I'll sing a little song. Can I sing a song? Adam, can you help out?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had some food and it was your last, and I ate it and I didn't ask, how would that make you feel?
Sad.
We are friends and we should share, but you should ask if you care. Now how would that make you feel?
Glad.
You should ask first.
Ask first.
You should ask first.
Ask first.
You should ask first.
Ask first.
You should always ask first. Okay? Okay, Adam?
Yeah.
Wow, mashallah. He says he's going to ask first. So let me ask you a question. Did that ever happen to you? Did someone ever take something from you and they didn't ask you first? It happened to you?
When I go to get something and from the kitchen maybe and I'm eating something, he sneaks and eat it all. And when I come back, I don't know who ate it and I just ask him, he doesn't say the truth.
Oh, okay, okay. So he didn't ask, but if he had asked first, then maybe you could share it together. If he asked you, would you give him some, or would you eat it all
course.
yourself? MashaAllah. Okay. And who else? Has that ever happened to anyone else? It happened to you? Okay.
My friend, when I told her, please don't take from my pencil case anything, because my mom said it's not very hard, and then she took it, she break it, and then she got it back, and she told me no, I didn't, and I didn't do anything.
Wow, wow. And what if you know if you
And
had
I told her you have to say the truth, because God is seeing you and He's watching you anyway.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So you have to ask first, and you have to tell the truth. Hmm?
In school, girls in Egypt don't know. There's some girls that don't know kinds of fruits, one kind of fruit, and then they would go, and it was in my bag, and then they would go and take it, and then I was in the school, and then I went and told the teacher, and then she went to them, and they said they didn't do it.
Wow. Okay, so I mean, I understand. You have to understand too. I mean, if someone takes something, they might need it, right? But they should still ask first, right? And if they don't ask first and they take it anyway, then they should say, "I'm sorry," right? And then if they do say this and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I took it," you know, and maybe you'll share it with them, you have to also forgive them too, right? You have to forgive them and share with them. Okay, alhamdulillah. Well, it looks like we learned a little lesson about asking first today. Did you think you all learned something today?
Yes!
Alhamdulillah. Until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So much to see and so much to learn. Everybody wanna take their turn. Reading with Adam. Reading with Adam. So much to learn and so much to see. Everybody come along with me. Reading with Adam. Reading with Adam. Everybody loves reading with Adam. And we learn so much reading with Adam. Everyone has fun reading with Adam. Fun for everyone reading with Adam. Reading with Adam.